Hi, this is Melanie. They call me Princess Ninja. And welcome to Ninja Nation. If you want to be part of the Ninja Nation, hit the subscribe below. Don't forget the thumbs up if you like the content of the video. And by all means, ring that bell if you want to see more of this. Okay, so thank you for the love and support this morning on the live stream. Unfortunately, I have not done very well today in shaking this really horrible mood that I'm in, and I have been fighting the desire to punish myself all day. I have guilted myself for eating. To some of you who've never had an eating disorder, to some of you who've never binged eat before in your life, to some of you who don't have these kind of neurotic voices in your head, this is hard to grasp. But literally, because I gained 2.5 pounds on the scale this morning, I have been so very vicious to myself all day. And I've been trying to shake it. I've been trying to think about the 32 inches that I've lost. I've been trying to think about the 2 pant sizes I've lost. I've been trying to think about, my resiliency. I've been trying to think about the fact that I know for a fact that wasn't 2.5 pounds of weight. But because I let myself get into a very negative space, I'm struggling to get myself back out of the negative space. And I think part of the reason that I'm having such a hard time getting out of the negative space is because I'm tired. I'm overtired. I am like beyond freaking normal tired to exhausted. So I've got a couple things going on, and this is definitely something that I'm going to be taking up with my doctor very soon. I told you guys, that I'm coming up on my 10 months keto, so I think it's important for me to get some blood work done. But with me going back into the night sweats again, So let me give you a little bit of background on that. You guys that are watching, if you're watching, hello, you're going to hear about some Vijay business. That's right. So I had a partial hysterectomy due to cervical cancer and endometriosis and polycystic ovarian syndrome. I know, it sounds like a cocktail of yumminess, doesn't it? So I had to have my uterus taken out. For those of you who don't know what a partial hysterectomy is, they take the crib but leave the playpen. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. They take the uterus where the baby would rest for its 9 months entry into the world, but they leave the ovaries. They left the ovaries because of my age, because I was under age 30. They left the ovaries so that I wouldn't go into instantaneous menopause. However, around age 36, I started having symptoms of what they call perimenopause, and they did a test. So what they do is this test to see if you're in perimenopause is a series of 3 tests. And if you get 2 negatives and a positive, that means you're not in perimenopause. If you get 2 positives, 1 negative, that means you are in perimenopause. One test, well, at least 20 years ago, one test was not conclusive. It was not conclusive. Okay, it wasn't 20 years ago. It was 10 years ago. They did a series. So you went in every 2 weeks for 3 weeks, and they drew your blood, and they checked your estrogen, your progesterone, your testosterone. They checked all of your hormones, and they conclusively, because I was also suffering from some depression. I was suffering from chronic, I don't know what they call it, when you can't sleep at night. Being up all night long, not being able to go to sleep. I forget what they call that. Insomnia. I was suffering from extreme hot flashes, severe heart palpitations, just feeling confused, disoriented, when I think really what was happening is probably those were the beginning signs of diabetes exacerbated Look at that word. It almost sounds like masturbated. Exacerbated by the fact that I was going into menopause. My hormones were crazy. I was already well on my way to being a type 2 diabetic. And, my life was very stressful, having 7 children and an ex-husband. He was my current husband at the time, who was a very stressful person. So, my life was a little chaotic. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. Long story short. So let's fast forward. About 4 years ago, I kind of stopped having hot flashes. Like, no more hot flashes. Every once in a while. And you always know when I'm having a hot flash because my ears will turn bright red. My nose, I'll get beads of sweat on my forehead. My neck will get red and blotchy. And I'll just be like, right? But that pretty much stopped about 4 years ago. So right around 4 years ago, I had some blood work done while my heart was still being crazy. They checked and the doctors pretty much told me, you are on the other side of menopause. You shouldn't be having a problem. Also, because they let me keep my ovaries, I knew when I stopped ovulating because I was one of these very lucky. Remember the happy cocktail we had going down there in Vijayland? Right. Okay. Wait. Hold on. That's not all. I used to get what's called fibrotic hemorrhagic cyst on my ovaries. All women have cysts on their ovaries, and usually what happens is when the woman ovulates, those cysts that are like all shriveled up like a deflated balloon will fill up with water or whatever it is that cysts are full of, right? And then after the ovulation is over, blah, they go back to being shriveled up. Well, mine used to have this tendency to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. I've actually had a cyst on my ovary that was the size of a baseball. And what happened is it got so big that it literally tore into the ovary. Of course, I was hospitalized, blah, 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 blah. The reason that I knew that I was no longer ovulating is because I used to have severe stabbing pain in my ovaries a few days before I would ovulate. That pain went away. I no longer experience my ovaries are dead. They're like, I'm checking out, lady. I'm done. My work here is done. And they say that frequently happens to women who have partial hysterectomies very early. The body just has this ingenious way of knowing that you're no longer going to have children. And so it says, okay, I quit. I'm clocking out, right? Well, anyway, so the hot flashes and everything have been over for me for several years. Until now. Until like 4 days ago. Where I'm waking up in the middle of the night and my body feels like everything that's touching me is on fire. And I'm sweating profusely, and the nape of my neck and my chest, and I'm just like sweating, and I'm like, what is happening here? Why am I sweating like this? It is 50 degrees in my house. I should not be sweating, right? So then I'll kick the covers off, but then because my body is moist, not in a sexy way. It's not in a sexy way, I promise. My body is now damp from perspiring, and then I'm cold, and then I'm freezing, and then I cover up. 5 minutes later, I'm hot again, so I'm kicking the covers off, and this happens from about 1 o'clock in the morning till about the time I wake up. Now, if you Google this condition on Google, I'm just warning you not to do it, because I have narrowed it down to either I am menopausal, stress, I have tuberculosis, I'm suffering from massively low hypoglycemia. So, back up. So either I'm having some hormonal issues, and I honestly don't know the answer to this. I know you may be humored by the way that I'm presenting this new development to you. However, what I'm saying is, I don't know that menopause can go away for 4 years and then all of a sudden it's like the hot flashes are back. And I'm not having hot flashes any other time of day. Only between 1 and 4 in the morning this is happening. I know it's such a great time to happen. It's like a freaking party in here. So anyway, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I've read there's a possibility. It does say that stress can bring this on. It says a hormonal imbalance can bring this on. But the one thing that went bing, like a big light bulb above my head, was when it said that it could be low glycemia, hypoglycemia. Now, before they ever diagnosed me as a type 2 diabetic, they diagnosed me with hypoglycemia. And I have had a history of hypoglycemia for a long time, since I was a teenager. That's actually a beginning sign of diabetes. It shows already your body's having a hard time regulating your sugar. It doesn't know what to do, right? Well, when I was diagnosed as a type 2 diabetic, they said that I have what's called reactive hypoglycemia. So what would happen is my blood sugar would be 180, 200, 220, 250, 270, 270, 270, 50. And then all of a sudden my body would like freak out. It wouldn't know what to do. And so then my blood sugar would plummet. Like I'd have that massive crash and susceptible to passing out and things like that. So that had gone away though. I started keto. I wasn't dealing with any hypoglycemia. I wasn't dealing with any high blood sugar. My A1C has come down. I don't get what's happening here. However, because I know for a fact that I suffer from dawn phenomenon, what if the hot sweats are from what's called the Somogyi effect? They actually say the Somogyi effect is similar to the dawn phenomenon, but it's a reactive hypoglycemia, and it's the way your body's reacting because your blood sugar is going too low. So this whole entire time I've been taking lipoic acid. Lipoic acid helps you lower your blood sugar naturally, right? I also have been drinking apple cider vinegar in the morning when I take my vitamins, and I take it before I go to bed because why? It lowers your blood sugar. So here's what I'm gonna do. For the next few nights, I am going to discontinue the lipoic acid, discontinue the apple cider vinegar. Worst case scenario, I'm gonna wake up in the morning, my blood sugar is gonna be a little higher than normal. Okay, I can deal with that, I got this. The next thing that might happen is that maybe I'm dropping my blood sugar too low at night and it's causing a hypoglycemia reaction, which is making the hot sweats. That makes sense, right? Makes more sense than me being end of menopause 4 years and then all of a sudden I'm going through symptoms again. I think so. I don't know. Let me know what you think. So let's get on to gosh, I just spent 13 minutes talking about Vijayland. I'm sorry, but she's important too. Okay, 365 days to 50. It is February 25th, 2019. This morning I woke up at a glorious 196.8 pounds. That is what triggered my epic freaking meltdown today. That's just what happened. 2.4 pound gain. Now let me tell you what my calories were yesterday. My calories were 2,000 calories and my calories burned was about 1,900 because yesterday was a rest day, right? So 100 calories over my budget does not equate 2.4 pounds. Now I did eat a shit ton of pumpkin seeds. So I gained a pumpkin. Congratulations, it's a boy. Okay, let's see. Calories out today, 2,365. Calories in, 1,506, which gives me a whopping 800 calorie deficit. My total carbs today was 16. Go me. My fat was 121, a little high, a smidgen, like, okay, so this is tiny, this is smidgen, this is way out of control. So smidgen, high, 92, bam, nailed it. I usually don't like to consume over 90 grams of protein because my blood sugar the next day will be higher, but you know, that's good. I'm okay with 92. So I did punish myself today and I let myself get away with it. Darn you. So stairs, I did 25 flights of stairs. I did 15 of those leaning push-ups that you watched during my temper tantrum this morning. I walked 3 miles and did a 15-minute arm workout with 5-pound dumbbells. So bicep curls, tricep kickbacks, gonna be looking all hot and sexy here soon. My question for the day is, if you had a magic wand, now let's fast forward, you're at your goal weight. You're at your goal weight. You don't have any more weight to lose. You can't use this magic wand on anyone else but yourself, and this is a plastic surgery wand. It's a plastic surgery. You can't use it for anything else. Can't change personality, can't change the color of your eyes. You can't, I mean, something cosmetic. I guess you could change the color of your eyes, but you are wasting a good I'll give you $100 for that magic wand, and you can buy yourself some contacts. But no, let's get back on subject. So you have a body sculpting plastic surgery magic wand, and you can change one area or one aesthetic thing on your body. What do you use it for? What do you use it for? What do you use it for? And if you don't want your wand, I'll take it. So all of you out there that go, no, I won't change a thing. I love every stretch mark, every fat cell, every cellulite dimple. I'll take your wand. I'll take your freaking wand, okay? If there's ever a time where we're passing out body sculpting wands and you've got one magic wish in there, me right here, because I was the one that brought it up in the first place, right? Just remember, this is where you heard it from. I could use it. I could use it in a lot of places. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great night. You keep being a ninja. I'm still looking for my ninja. She's MIA today, but I've made it through the day. I didn't overeat. Yes, I did punish myself with excessive exercise, which I shouldn't have done. But because I am admitting it, and because I'm trying to take control of that behavior and correct it, I think I'm doing okay. I think I'm doing okay. Anyway, keep being a ninja. I'm going to go find my ninja. Hopefully I get some sleep without sweating my butt off tonight. Thank you for spending time in Vijayland, and I'll see you tomorrow.